Alright, what's up everyone? How's it going? Welcome back to another video. Today, I have a completely different one from what I showed in the previous videos. It's going to be pretty excited for this one. I was not expecting to find this, but um, I figured I was out and about. I checked out Entertainment. If you're from Colorado, I'm sure you know about it. I don't know if it's a national institution. But point is, check it out for action figures. I think they have some pretty good stuff there. Anyways, today I found the SH Figurarts No Way Home Iron Spider Spider-Man, and yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so starting off with the box, we have a semi window of the figure. You can kind of see what comes in it. You can see some webs on the side. I can't really tell. I can't tell. Oh, it's another head. There's a head or a neck right there for a Peter Parker head. Um, you can see the arms in it, and then has the name of the figure. You know the movie it's from, SH Figurarts, and you have kind of like a description of what SH Figurarts is, and then we have more like box art. This is what you can see. It's the spider, and then you have Spider-Man there. You have No Way Home, Spider-Man, all that, and you can see that this is real. It has the sticker on the side. It's just a photo or display of the figure. This is Iron Spider, SH Figurarts. Oh, on the back, that's that same pose on this side, but you get other poses of the figure. Same thing that's on the front here. So it says that name all around. And on this side, you have a logo of Spider-Man. We see Spider-Man No Way Home, our Iron Spider, and then we see another just pose of the figure. And then on the bottom, same thing. So that's pretty cool, but the box is not what we're here for. So let's get right into it. Alright, so he comes with two trays, and I don't know if I'm just not seeing it, but I do not see a Peter Parker head. Um, as you can see, there is a neck, and like that's designed for it to look like him without the mask on. I don't see a Peter Parker head. So that's cool. Not sure what the point of that neck is. Um, anyway, yeah, that's definitely interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Maybe I don't know. If any of you guys have this figure, let me know if this is wrong. But I'm not even seeing where it would be. Well, that's fine. Um, we'll start off with the tray with the arms in it. And as you can see, here they are. They're pretty articulated, actually. As you saw from like the sorry, the art on the box, like they can use these arms to actually hold up the figure. So we'll have to see if I can do that here. But yeah, they move pretty well. And then the back plate in Spider-Man just pops off, and then this goes in. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Um, and here we have actual figure himself. You can see all the webs he comes with. He comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 things of webs. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 5 pairs of hands there. Well, 6, including the ones on him. He has 4 pairs of eyes. And then he has a neck. That does nothing because there is no Peter Parker head. You have this here to pop out the eyes, I believe. I'm not sure what this black piece is for. Wouldn't be surprised if it's to take off the back plate. But what do I know? With that being said, let's get right into this. Starting right off with the figure. And gotta get this plastic out of him. Cool. It's pretty easy. And yeah, here he is. He looks good. Haven't really had much time to look at him. But yeah, I don't see any issues with the paint. I love. Here, let me try the light. Oh boy. I love the metallic. Like the metallic red and the gold. Really, really looks like it's, metal, you could say. Um, it just shines nicely. Look at that. I mean, yeah, he's shining. This looks good. The articulation, I can already tell, is going to be super, super good. I mean, as it usually is with SH Figurarts. And this is actually my first one that's not Dragon Ball Z. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. Everyone talks about the hype for the final swimsuit SH Figurarts Spider-Man. I've yet to pick that up, but I mean, if he's better than this or like equal, I see why there's hype for it. This is a this is a solid figure, I think, already. Yeah. All right. First, let's talk about articulation. So the neck and the head move. You can see. So I believe it's called a ball joint in the neck. With another one at the like where the head meets the neck, and that allows for much much more movement when looking up. See, you can get it moving down with the neck first and then the head, and yeah, he's looking all the way down. You can get side to side motion all the way around. You'd love to see it. You can get him some interesting poses. For the arms, he does have a butterfly joint. Moves pretty far forward. I mean, look at that. It just comes right out of the back. And then doesn't go back far. It's fine. His arm goes that far up. Not the best, but it is because of like his shoulder. Um, Obviously, it goes all the way around. There's a swivel at the bicep. Um, Double jointed elbows, I believe. Yep. And we got the wrist movement right here. And for the torso, got the another ball joint, I think is the name of it. I need to research my or joints or whatever you want to call it. I think this is called a diaphragm cup. Not sure. And then it moves at the bottom as well. For the legs, everyone knows this about SH Figurarts. They have great leg movement. Kick this far up. Go that far back. Wow. Um, for the knee is double jointed. And basically touched back there. And then they're not a swivel in the thigh. But yeah, it's this joint here that allows for a lot more movement, or like this cut, since it's not like I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, as you can see, it moves with it, so that just allows for much much more motion there from the figure. And then obviously we got side to side from the ankle, up and down. We got toe joint. So overall, great articulation, great for Spider-Man. You can definitely get him in those dynamic poses that we usually are seeing him in. I mean, yeah, this is a nice figure. But and now let's talk about the paint. So as I said earlier, nice and shiny metallic. Looks good. Looks like it's metal instead of plastic. They really, really, I think they really nailed it. Like trying to make it look like an Iron Spider suit. Like it's just shining, man. The dark blue looks great. Um, and the gold, the red, I love it all. not not a lot of people like the Iron Spider, this MCU Iron Spider suit, and it's understandable. It's nothing like the comic book one, and that is okay. But it would be nice if it was a little more accurate. I do like it though. Like I don't think this is a bad suit. It makes sense. And it is all the Spider-Man colors besides the gold. That's where Iron Man did his thing. But and then detail wise, they do have these sculpted web lines everywhere. So it really gives it much more depth, makes it look a lot better. There's sculpted lines all throughout the figure, as you can see on the leg here, on the back. Um, you know, I think they did a good job at hiding the back plate where you take it off and add the arms. I think that looks great. I'm not seeing a lot of paint issues. The web shooters, they look good. They have a little blue on them. They even, you can see, they really went all out on design, and I love that. Really makes me appreciate the figure more. I mean, even the spider, it's like you can feel it. It's not just painted on. And with the unfortunate thing about Spider-Man figures with long or like big spider logos, is that it breaks. For this case, it's on both sides. So hard to get them into poses without it looking a little goofy because of that. Like from the side, especially, I mean, from the front, it's fine. You're not gonna really look at that. You can't even tell. You can't see the break. It's fine. From the back, definitely you got to be a little more careful if you're gonna show them from the back. But from the front, you can't tell. I mean, from a certain angle like this one, but yeah, I have no issue with it. There's just the head looks a little goofy, and I've noticed that with like all the SH figure arts Spider-Mans, the heads are just tiny. I don't know how to explain it. They're just all super super small. Um, but that's fine. Not really a big deal. It's just yeah, I don't know why. There's just something about it. It just yeah. This looks a little small to me, but I don't really care. I still really like this figure. I'm really happy with it. Um, and yeah, so that's that for uh, paint job. Okay, so starting off with accessories, I want to start with the webs. Here we have a web sticking against something, you know, coming out of his hand, flying. I don't really know. I think it is sticking against something. It is a shame. This one can't go under the hand, I think. Um, I don't know why they wouldn't want you to be able to do that, but it is what it is. Not that big of a deal. And then for the next web, we have a straight one for like he's swinging. That's this one for sure. It's not too low, so you can definitely like have him hang on it. It's not like the maximum one. I think this is actually wired. I don't know. I don't want to mess with it too much in case it's not. Yeah, better for that. And then we have two little ones, like he just shot the webs out of his hands. And as you can see, they do have the little holes to clip onto his hand. I will show you guys in a second. And we have the longer ones, like he's shooting it and it's coming out more. So, yeah, right, nice little array of webs. Pretty happy with it. I think that's good for him. Um, but let's get on to the next accessories. So, just in case you guys wanted to see what I was talking about, um, the the head sculpt and the lenses are just much smaller on the SH Figurarts than the Mafex one. These are both the No Way Home, so this isn't the Far From Home suit, but I mean, yeah, I just look, the head sizes are just much different, and proportions in general for Mayfix to SH Figure Arts are. This Spider-Man is much wider. You can see the actual ab definition on the side there, and like the chest, kind of the arms, not so much, but the legs too. Like he just looks better, like bigger, more muscular. As you can see, like it's kind of just flat here. And again, I know SH Figure Arts does the legs and the whole lower half differently, which does allow for, like, yeah, this one can't even kick back because the butt isn't moving with it. But like, look, for forward range too, I mean, SH Figure Arts just does it better, but it just doesn't look as good, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like, I don't know if it's a stretch to say like amazing like in the middle, because it's still like, I think it looks better. It's more aesthetically pleasing than amazing Yamagachi, but like it's more designed for articulation, which is fine. I have no problem with it. It's just Spider-Man is so tiny, as you can see, and yeah, I'm just not don't know how I feel about that. Again, not like a huge deal for me. It's just something you notice, especially when you have other figures or other imports. You know, you just start to see it, and that's fine. There's no issue with collecting SH Figure Arts because of it or nothing. I'm still a fan of this. I'm probably will look into getting more. I mean, not gonna lie, I am interested in that Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man that was released not too long ago, and it looks good. That one is much bigger in proportion too. Like, he's not tiny. Even like in the Cyclops, he looks much like muscular. You can actually see it on the figure. But yeah, nice little comparison here. And not a fade to it. I'm happy with it. Doesn't matter to me. But I just thought I'd let you guys know if this is a selling point for you, because for some it might be. I don't know. So here we have the flippers on him. And as you can see with they left focusing, they left a good amount of room to actually like put these in on the wrist. So I will show you guys that in a minute. The detail on them looks good. You can see like I don't know what activates the web to come out of the shooter right there on the hand. So nice detail overall. Um, because it is so spread out, the actual web shooter and that aren't connected, but who cares? Not a big deal at all. Anyway, let's get these webs on and see what that looks like. So it's just like so. Put that on, and then right over it, you just put the hand, push it in there, and then you can rotate it around so that it's actually coming out of so it's actually in between the two fingers. But yeah, that's what it looks like on him, and they're cool. I think you can get some cool poses with them for sure. So love it that they have these. That hmm. Okay. All right. Anyway, note to be careful with the torso area. Anyway, yeah, webs look like that. I think they look great. Always cool when the cool web effects are included, and you can get him doing cool poses with them because that's Spider-Man's pretty known for his web singing and how awesome he looks and how acrobatic he looks doing some of these things. So when you have the webs, like when you can include the webs and just include it, gosh, and just include them in your posing, it definitely just completes the figure for me. And I'm sure that's that way for a lot of people. So yeah. And the next pair of hands are a bit of a random one, but it's these. Um, I don't know. Maybe this is some secret fighting technique Spidey has. That's how he likes to put up his hands. I doubt it. Uh, it's probably just like same or cool. I don't know. Not sure if this actually had any significance in the movie, but here they are. They're a pair of hands, so I guess that's all that matters. Um, you could. I think he's drinking. Be doing that. I don't know what the point of these are, but they're here. Um, yeah, not much to say about them. The next pair of hands we have are the web holding hands or the open hands. Um, and this one is these are just mainly for the long web, I believe, and the only ones that you can actually use like for these hands. Slide it in, or I don't know, just clip it in. Yeah, not a lot of room there to slide this in, but hey, it's totally fine. We'll figure it out. Would like to get it shoved in there. Maybe not. Maybe it's heavy this way. Cause that's wonderful. I will figure that out. Does this one fit? Oh, yeah, this one fits, but it's nope, doesn't fit. Just slides right out. That's great. Okay, sorry about this. I'm just experimenting. So you could have it like he's pulling someone. I don't know. It looks kind of weird, I guess. Um, it's fine though. Not too big of a deal for me. I know for sure this longer web has to go in there. The next pair of hands we have are the web holding hands or the open hands. Um, and this one is these are just mainly for the long web, I believe, and the only ones that you can actually use like for these hands. Slide it in, or I don't know, just clip it in. Yeah, not a lot of room there to slide this in, but hey, it's totally fine. We'll figure it out. Would like to get it shoved in there. Maybe not. Maybe it's heavy this way. Nope. Okay. uh, yeah, they're definitely not gonna be able to slide it in from the side. You have to go in from the top. So that's wonderful. I will figure that out. Does this one fit? Oh, yeah, this one fits, but it's nope, doesn't fit. Just slides right out. That's great. Okay. Sorry about this. I'm just experimenting. And the last pair of hands for Spider Man are the wall crawling hands. Um, and yeah, they work for him. That's all that matters. You get him into his Spidey poses for sure. Oh, use my hand. I mean, better to see it. Not taking time with these poses, so that's why they're kind of bad. But yeah, you can get him into the Spider-Man poses. Get him doing everything he needs to be Spider-Man with these hands. It's kind of the iconic landing poses or whatever you want to call it for him. Yeah, pretty neat. So overall, good array of hands. Can't say you need more than what we got. Um, Again, not sure what the point of these ones were, but they're hands, so that's all I really care about. Okay, so for the eyes, they come in this little tray, and they are separate, so they're not a pair technically. I just mixed them all up on the desk here, so that's fantastic. Anyway, as you you guys probably don't understand how long you won't understand how long it took me to get just two eyes out. So I'm not gonna review all the eyes on the head. Um, but I will go over them still. The eyes. Uh, so as you can see here, we have the squinted angry eyes. You have the almost the exact same. I can't tell the difference, but hold on. I see. There's a slight difference in the lens. These have like lines on them, and the other ones do not. Yeah, they're like these are like smooth. I don't know. And then last pair of eyes is the insta kill mode. If I can find the last pair of eyes, dude. Alright, this is tragic. I bet I knocked it off somewhere. Yep. Alright. This is a rough time. I'm not sure how I feel about the being able to hook up the icing. I understand why, because you can get much customizable with it. Like, for example, you put in one open one, and then you could put in a squinting one. You just, confused face. You just have a lot more freedom with it. So, like I said, I understand why, but it's a pain to keep track of all them and then pop them out. I thought I was doing it right. I put it on this, and I just popped them out. I don't. I think that's right. 'Cause I can't reach in there with my hands like this. So, and now he's gonna be in this pose for a while because like I said, huge pain to take out the eyes. So we're gonna have like a hurt and cuss Spidey for a while. For the rest of this video. And for the last successor, we have the Iron Spider arms. Oh, I'm a liar, but I'm not reviewing this. Anyway, you pop off the back plate using this tool, which I absolutely shredded now. And then it pops in so on the back, which makes sense. There's not always hole marks ready for the webs, or not the webs, geez, the arms. So it pops right off, I guess. Anyway, as you can see, these are articulated, which allows for some pretty cool posing, I'd say. Get them all crunched in here. They're just coming out. You have them fully extended, and according to the box, you can use it to have the stand to figure out how to do it. Probably not. And I'm also a liar. That's not on the box anywhere. But I bet it is possible if I can just figure it out real quick. And down. But I gotta just read it way better. So some in the back, some in the front, maybe. So to the side, or maybe they don't reach far enough. They definitely look like they would, or should at least. I don't really know. So from here, these are all the way up. And put these all the way down. That's kinda balanced. I can't hold them up. Oh, I'm a liar. Look at that. Just came off. So maybe not. That's totally okay. They still look cool. I'm glad that they come on the way they do, so there's not always a hole in the back of him. You can have him with or without them, and he looks fine. So huge bonus for that. But also, I I think they're just expecting you to have an unmasked Spider-Man head or a Peter Parker head, and that has to be the point of that neck. But well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, I still have the Rhino, Sandman, and the Phoenix. So please comment which one I should open next. I want some suggestions for things. Um, and just let me know what figures I should pick up. Should pick up. I'm going to try and find them. I promise. You know, I'm like I said, I'm willing to unbox anything, look at anything. Um, so if you guys have any suggestions for good figures, please let me know. I'll look into it. I'll look into getting it. Odds are, if it's crazy expensive, probably not gonna get it. Some figures just aren't worth it, and that's okay. I understand. But yeah, any suggestions? I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, have a good one. I hope to see you. Or I hope you see me again. I hope you want to. Yeah. Bye. Have a great day, guys.